It was roughly this time last year when I found out what loneliness was. My late wife said I wouldn't cope, and she was right, entirely right. But it was quite a shock to me. I don't deny it. And suddenly sitting at home and thinking, crikey, I'm not enjoying this. And I know what I've never been depressed, not seriously, but I do know what the symptoms are because of things that I've done in my life. And I could feel those symptoms rolling in, and good kick up the backside, move on, this is not on. But here you are a year later, doesn't matter what you do, there are times when you sit at home and might be watching you on television, for instance, and all of a sudden you want to say something and there's nobody there, and you just, your shoulders go down. And I'm a very positive individual, but I find this very difficult to cope with. I don't deny it.
When are the worst times?
Going to bed. That sounds, you put what connotations you like on that, but it is going to bed alone is the thing that I struggle with. I think that the worst thing actually was I really got a comeuppance this Christmas. It's the first Christmas I've woken up alone, not surrounded by somebody else and Christmas presents and things of that nature, and I really struggled to cope with it. I will not make that mistake again. Now, if I find another partner, that's fine, but if I don't, then I shall be looking at Christmas in a completely different light. Well, I can see you nodding your head up and down, you know what I mean.
Definitely, Christmas is hard.
Yeah, but it is difficult to explain him when there was a colleague, partly because he wants to have lunch with me, and I told him, sorry, I can't do it until late next week, partly because of this and partly something. He says, well, you don't sound very lonely to me. And I sort of think, yeah.
So how would you describe loneliness then to someone who's saying that, and sort of the sort of people that say to Kylie and many others, cheer up, and you don't seem like you should be lonely?
Well, people don't know I am.
How do you explain it?
It's a black hole in your soul. It's very difficult to actually, it's like an eel, you can't actually grasp it, you just know it's there, it's a feeling, it's in here, it's deep inside. But it is something, the little catchphrase that I came up with. I've got loads of people to do things with, I've got nobody to do nothing with, and it's that nothing period that you want. That's when you really miss people.